All right, let's dive in. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a massive, invisible war that's happening all around us, every single second. It's the fight to protect the things we all take for granted: the power grid, our water, banking, transportation. The stakes are unbelievably high, and the battleground is completely digital.
And to really get a handle on the scale of what we're talking about, you have to start right here. Now, this isn't some tech guru saying this. This is Warren Buffett. The man is not known for exaggeration. So when he says cybercrime is a bigger risk than nuclear weapons, well, that tells you just how serious this has all become.
But, a threat that huge needs more than just a powerful quote to really grasp. You got to put a number on it. So let's follow the money and see just how big this problem actually is. And the answer? It's pretty staggering.
Get ready for this. By next year, the annual cost of cybercrime is expected to hit $10.5 trillion. Let that sink in. And just to be clear, that's not just the cost of a few data breaches. Experts are calling this the single greatest transfer of economic wealth in human history.
Here's a way to wrap your head around that $10.5 trillion number. If cybercrime were its own country, it would have the third largest economy on the entire planet, trailing only the United States and China. It's bigger than the entire economy of Japan, or Germany, or India. Just incredible.
So when we talk about a multi-trillion-dollar problem, what is actually being attacked? The answer is something called critical infrastructure, which is really just a term for the fundamental systems that make our world run.
We're talking about the absolute bedrock of society, the energy that keeps our lights on, the airports and railways that move everything and everyone, our defense networks, our money, and even our hospitals. And this isn't theoretical. Remember the Colonial Pipeline ransomware attack? One single hack shut down a huge chunk of the fuel supply for the eastern U.S., showing just how fast a digital attack can cause total chaos in the real world.
And that brings us to this really key idea: cyber-physical convergence. See, this isn't about hacking a website anymore. As we've connected our physical machinery, power plants, water treatment facilities, traffic lights, to the internet, we've created a whole new world of vulnerabilities. A hacker's code can now literally reach out and touch the physical world, causing real damage.
Now, you can't have a threat this massive without an equally massive industry rising up to fight it. So let's flip the script and look at the defenders, a multi-billion-dollar market that exists for one reason: to protect everything. The numbers here really tell the story. The Critical Infrastructure Protection Market, or CIP, is already worth over $145 billion this year alone, and it is not slowing down. It's projected to soar past $230 billion by 2030. That's a growth rate of over 8% every single year. This isn't a market built on hype, it's built on necessity. So where is all that investment actually going? Well, this breakdown makes it pretty clear. Physical security, things like cameras, gates, and guards, is still a big piece of the puzzle. But look at this. The lion's share, a full 58%, is pouring directly into cybersecurity. It tells you that the digital front is now the main front in this war. And here are some of the titans on that battlefield. You've got these huge industrial companies like Honeywell and Siemens, who are experts in operational tech. You've got defense giants like Raytheon and BAE Systems, and you have pure-play network security companies like Fortinet. It's not really a winner-take-all market. It's more about finding the best fit for the job, with different companies specializing in protecting very specific parts of our world. Okay, that's the big picture. But to make this more concrete, let's zoom in and go inside one of these cyber fortresses to see how the technology actually works. We're going to use CrowdStrike's Falcon platform as our case study.
So, to understand a platform like Falcon, you first have to understand the problem it's trying to solve. For years, big companies would have dozens of different security tools from different vendors, and it was a total mess to manage. The huge trend right now is consolidation, getting rid of all those separate tools and bringing everything into one unified platform that can see the whole picture at once. And the way they grow is just brilliant. It's a business model called land and expand. Here's how it works. First, they land a customer with just one core product. But once their single, simple piece of software is installed everywhere on every laptop, every server, it's incredibly easy to expand. The customer can just flip a switch to turn on new modules for cloud security, identity protection, whatever they need. It's sticky, and it's a powerful way to grow.
So that's what's happening today. But what about tomorrow? Well, this whole fight is about to enter a new and honestly, a much more dangerous phase. Let's take a look at the future of this invisible war. The future of this conflict, it's an arms race. But it's AI versus AI. The attackers are using artificial intelligence to automate their attacks, create stunningly realistic deepfakes, and build malicious websites in seconds. And on the other side, the defenders are using their own AI to analyze trillions of data points, learn what normal looks like on a network, and instantly spot anything that looks even a tiny bit suspicious. And this really is the bottom line. AI has gone from being just another tool in the toolbox to becoming the battlefield itself. From here on out, the winner is going to be whoever has the smartest, the fastest, and the most adaptive AI.
This new reality is forcing a huge, fundamental shift in strategy. For decades, the goal was protection, building an impenetrable wall. But the new assumption is some attacks will succeed. The wall will be breached. So the mission is changing from just protection to resilience. The new question is, how do we keep the lights on and the water running while we're under attack?
Which leaves us with this final, critical question. In this escalating arms race, with AI attackers versus AI defenders, who actually has the ultimate advantage? The answer to that is going to shape the safety and security of our entire world for years to come.